This message is brought to you by Apple Card, Shave Ice by the beach, a trip to the state fair, and a throwback flick at the local drive-in. They're more than just items to check off the summer bucket list. They're also opportunities to earn 2% daily cash back when you use your Apple Card with Apple Pay. Apply for Apple Card now and use in minutes with Apple Pay. Subject to credit approval. Apple Card is issued by Goldman Sachs Bank USA, Salt Lake City branch. Terms and more at applecard.com.
Low energy, unfocused, foggy? You might be dehydrated. Whether it's hot yoga, over 100-degree weather, or too much sun. Gator Light, with a specialized blend of 5 electrolytes, was scientifically designed to help move fluids into the body faster for rapid rehydration. Shop now at retailers nationwide. Gator Light hydrates faster than water. Is it in you? Symptoms noted are signs of mild to moderate dehydration. Consult a healthcare professional if symptoms persist.
The new LinkedIn Hiring Pro can't undo your last hire. The human postponer. They were the master of one phrase. I'll circle back on that. But 3 months later, you are the one doing all their work and wondering how big that circle is. But LinkedIn Hiring Pro can take the hiring load off your plate by automating the hiring busy work from the initial job post to scheduling interviews. Hire right the first time with LinkedIn Hiring Pro. Post a free job today at linkedin.com/quality.
From the Fifth Quarter Studios in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to Coach Unplugged. And now, your host, Steve Collins.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Coach Unplugged. I'm so happy you decided to join us. Before we jump in, I don't do this every week, but I would love if you went over, left a review, left a comment. I listened to all of those. Give me some topics. Send over to Steve at teachhoops.com. What kind of topics do you want to hear? But before we jump into today's topic, I'd like to give a big shout out to our two sponsors. First of all, Dr. Dish, the #1 shooting machine on the market. I've tried them all, and this is not only how innovative are, but the workouts and what I love about Dr. Dish is they give back to the community. If you follow them on Facebook, if you follow them on Twitter, they're always giving back to the basketball community. And you mentioned Coach Unplugged, they'll give you $450 off. Also, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. It is a one-stop shop for basketball coaches. It's resources, it's handouts, it's videos, it's one-on-one calls, it's office hours. It's a coach. It's a resource run by a coach for a coach. It's not an ex-coach, not someone that's been let go, not someone that's coaching part-time. This is what I do. And Teach Hoops helps me keep the bills on. He helps me put up these podcasts, 13 podcasts a week. Teach Hoops helps me be able to do that. And it's a roadmap for you to be successful. And let me help you in this great journey that we call coaching. But let's head off to the podcast. All right, go ahead. Shoot away. I got podcasts to do at 8 tonight, so this will be a short one. But
so I just had a question about the next year. I'm going to try to play more man, and I want to play one guy in and then 4 chasers.
Okay.
I wonder what should I be telling the guy in the middle to do? Especially like if there's ball screens. So if they're smart, whoever the guy in the middle, they're going to use that guy to ball screen the other guys. It's because there's no switch. If my guy's just hanging out in the lane, you know what I'm saying? My guy in the lane is in theory guarding, but just kind of leaving outside.
Yep.
So if his guy goes and starts ball screening the other guys, because there's no switch.
So I'd sit back and protect the paint. I'd leave 3-foot cushion because that person's probably not going to. They're not going to pop. They're going to roll to the basket, is my guess.
Gotcha. So it's the other guy just to get around the screen.
And it's to help on that guy not making the turn.
So you're just telling the guy in the middle to
never leave the paint. Your feet should never be outside the paint area.
And I could also do the same scenario, like 2 guys in at 3 guy chasers. Did you ever do that?
You can. You might have to. One of them might have to leave the paint a little bit just to protect. Okay. But usually you got one guy that doesn't want to shoot anything outside of 6-7 feet. And then you make that guy the kind of guy that can just protect and I would just have him back. So the key is that guy's going to set a screen. Great. What do you want the guy that's helping to do? Sit in the paint, and if he tries to make the turn, he's sitting there. And if he shoots off the dribble, great. You want those kind of shots. And then the other guy. The only issue is when you have a guy that can shoot a three or, pop on those or flare. And if you're doing that to their fifth best scorer, my guess is they're not that kind of kid.
Gotcha.
So
cool. And the other thing you had mentioned about doing a full man press, and when the ball gets inbounds in the volleyball line, maybe jumping the first trap.
Yep, outside the volleyball lines. Yep.
Yeah. Can you give me other specifics on the lineup for that, or is it as simple as it?
Well, you can do it different ways. You can do it off the dribble. You can do it when they pick it up. You can do it when they reverse it. You have to decide what rules you think your guys can handle. If someone's dribbling, it's harder to double. It's a lot easier to double when they've picked the ball up. So initially, I'd probably do it only on when they pick the ball up. You got to be able to funnel and protect on a run and jump. It's easy to get burnt and have the guy go around you. That's why if you use the volleyball lines, at least keep them on the outsides. But good guards will make that turn and get around it, and that's what you don't want. So you might want to do it as the first time they pick up the ball or something like that, we're going to run at them.
And then the other guys are just picking them up.
Yeah, then you're just rotating. So that's what's great about a run and jump is it's not necessarily a pattern. So as soon as they pick the ball up, everyone in the court knows we're denying at that point, and we're leaving the opposite. So if the ball's on the right side, we're leaving deep left open, and we're taking all the easy passing lanes away.
So is it the same rules? What would be the rule for rotation if I'm doing the four chasers, one man in the middle, like we were talking about earlier? As far as
oh yeah, you're not talking about the press anymore.
Yeah, I switched up.
Okay. Yep. Okay. So I would, if you're talking about chasers, it depends on how aggressive you want to be. I've run it where all four chasers have no help responsibility and they're chasing because we know we have somebody in the paint to help. You can do it where maybe, one of the guys can always kind of sink and help. You got to decide how aggressive you want to be on the chasers. If the team you're playing is really good 3-point shooters, then you're going to maybe want to run out on all of them because you have somebody in the back to help on the drive. So if you're worried about threes, I would say, no help side, you're no farther than 2 or 3 feet away from your guy. Just again, depends on the team, but.
Okay. And so what if I was just playing regular man, what's the general rotation you tell the guys? So if they're blitzing the ball screen, like what you said you like to do.
Yep.
So you guys jump. Are the other 3 guys just like in a zone?
Yeah, they're in their help side. They're just in their normal help side. On screens, we just talk, touch, take is what we talk about. So you talk through those screens, touch, and then you should be close enough that you can touch each other, and then you take, especially when you're doing switches. But yeah, I mean, if I'm blitzing that, then I'm doubling it, hopefully, and then everyone's rotating. So we
spot where they're like I heard someone explain it that there's a choker and then there's an eye, like so there's a guy that covers the goal, a guy covers the free throw line.
Yeah, so if you think about the sideline where you want to trap on the sides, there's basically 3 passing lanes. There's along the sideline, there's the middle, and there's a back across the top. There's only three places to pass when you trap on the side, right?
Right.
So it's down the sideline. So let's say you trap at half court in the corner up at the sideline. Where are the 3 places that they can throw it? They can throw it down the sideline to the corner, take that away. They can pass it to the middle, or they can pass it across half court. There's only 3 spots. So that's why people want to trap on the side, because there's 2 guys trapping. There should be 3 guys to take away those 3 passing angles. Then after that, you're basically, they're going to have to make a long lob pass at that point to get out of it.
Now, one guy is on the same side baseline, basically covering the outlet, going to pass, going back to half court. And the other 2 guys are just basically in front of the goal and the top of the free throw line. Of course, you want to front your man.
Yep. And then down the side.
Yeah, so if I got you. Okay. Hey, is it just Jake on the line with you?
Just Jake.
Hey, Jake.
Him and I are doing our podcast after this, so he just jumped on a little early.
Oh, nice.
I'm just listening.
He's just listening. He just missed me, so he's been in quarantine with his 2 little ones. So
yeah, I need some adult time.
Hey, I wanted to ask you something. You probably thought of this before, but what do you think of offering your scouting, like you did for me for the team, as like an extra service for your members? Have you thought about that before?
I have. I like being married.
That was such a helpful.
It was helpful. It was helpful. That's, yeah. I mean, that's why if anybody's a teachhoops.com member, that's why I want to help them do that. Yeah, I thought about it. I would have to 1099 hire people out. So if Jake wants to do that and wants to earn more money, he's more than welcome. But if anybody needs scouting, Jake will hire. I'll take a small cut and then he can do it. Done. There we go. We just solved the problem.
Well, what you should do in the future when you retire, Coach?
Yeah.
Is you should have real-time coaching where you actually at halftime, you shoot the coach a text of what they need to make adjustments for the second.
Ooh, that would be really good. I never thought of that. That's a great idea. Watch the game live because everything's being broadcast. That's a great idea. I'm going to tell you after this quarantine thing, it's going to be a while before I retire. Like, I miss my students. Like, I miss it. Like, and I've been doing it for 30 years. So it was like, it's been good. But week 4 is like, I'm getting a lot of walks in, but other than that, it's, yeah.
All right. So anyway, I digress.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
Just have a couple more minutes for you.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay. Jake's working on our topics for the podcast right now, so it's okay. I know what he's doing, so it's good because as soon as we're done here, we're gonna hang up, and then we have another Zoom meeting on a different link, and it's gonna. All right, Jake, what's our What are we talking about this week? So
I'm looking forward to hearing it.
Yeah.
So, one thing that I kind of get into trouble with is like we're fast breaking, and then all of a sudden they start jumping to it, the press, and some of my guards are all at the other end, looking for an outlet for a three. What's the general rule? Like, how do you fix that when people are coming off and on? You're trying to fast break, but you're not setting up your press break like you'd like to.
So they're leaving after so they're pressing after a miss or a make you're talking about?
Usually after a make.
Yeah, I mean, they shouldn't be leaving after a make for sure. I use the war analogy. It's like they're not running toward the front line. They're retreating at that point if they're leaving early. So that's just that. Jake can jump in on this one, tell me what he thinks. But that's one thing. Turnovers and people that aren't coming back to the ball when we're getting pressured just drives me bonkers.
So that's something I have to be aware with. We push, we can push it up.
But it's like there's times where you gotta come back and help too. So I don't mind having one guy release sometimes and just letting him go. Because that can make the it depends on who's releasing too. But sometimes those guys are helpful. If it's a big guy, they're helpful in breaking the press. If it's one of your better ball handlers, you definitely don't want them releasing. So, I think that's a case-by-case thing. But, I mean, they got to come back and you got to get on them to come back and help on the press break, especially if they have time to set up their press, then you better be cutting, So that's fine. It's only 84 feet. You should be able to run back 40 feet and at least help on our press break. I don't know, Jake. What did you do? What did you used to do on that?
What's the question?
My question is as we're trying to push the ball up for a fast break, and then after a make, the other team start pressing. So some of my guards are already on the other side of the court. Is that just something they just have to be aware of? Just when they feel the pressure, they just got to come back and help.
Yeah, but I always notice that kids like to run away from the problem. They just have to stand and watch. I think it's something that you have to emphasize in practice, and it's a group mentality. So, I think it's something that you need to emphasize in practice. And if you notice it happen 1 or 2 times, I think you make the team run. So I think you're leaving people out to dry.
Yeah, that's got to be something you're on. It's like, well, we want to run, but we can't run. they just scored. We got to be able to get back and help our own guys. So, I mean, yeah, that would be a battle that, you got to pick your battles. You fight with them sometimes. I think
the other thing is too, when you become a running team, you tend to be not as great as a rebounding team because the kids want to out leak early. So you have to be very careful. Kids get really happy about getting spread on the floor. but they're not getting the rebound first. So you really have to dive into rebounding too if you're going to really push the basketball.
Right. Okay. All right. Cool. No, that's very helpful. And so I just had two more questions, and then
Okay.
I'll let you guys go. Do you have a general rule on? Is there a certain person that you have stop ball whenever the other teams push it up as a general rule, or is it just whoever's closest that just have to communicate when you're trying to get back on defense? I mean, do you have like one person, like you talk about building the wall? Do you have everybody sprint back and then one person stop the ball and everybody pick up, or what's the rule for stopping the fast break?
I will have I will have them come back and protect the paint, and then usually it's a top guy. It doesn't necessarily have to be one specific guy to come back and protect. Yeah, I mean, I would whoever top guy is tends to be the guy I have come and protect. Yeah, I don't have much more to add to that. What do you think?
I think it's something you need to practice because I think you can designate someone, but I often think it's more effective to have the top guy get back. But it's something that you definitely need to practice because some of those mistakes will happen early in the season when you won't get guys back and you give up easy buckets. So it's definitely something that's worth practicing, which you can do other things within practicing that. But it's a good point of emphasis, and it can be taught through other ways of what I like to call progression. So you might go 5 or 6 lengths down the court and, evaluate that and keep going with that. So it's something you have to teach a little bit.
Gotcha. So you're just all sprinting back, and whoever's at the top is.
Yep, and it's usually going to be a guard to be on the top. To be honest with you, so.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And one last one is, do you ever use like hand signals for slips, like maybe instead of holding the fist up and setting a ball screen, like holding an open hand or something to let them know that you're going to slip, or do you do signs at all like that, or no?
I use signs like open hand, fists, and stuff for our offense because I want my point guard to be able to do it on the fly. Like fist, open hand, thumbs up, something they can do with dribbling with the ball in one hand and doing it in another hand. So I don't like numbers because like one could be one shot. So I do fist, hand. If you want to do that, I mean that you're definitely getting to a different level when you do that. As far as complexity, if you're going to talk about how to slip or how to, those kind of things, I do that by game to game basis. Some games how we handle things and how we do things depends on the opponent. So that varies a little bit for me. I don't know if you ever done hand signals like that, Jake.
No, it's like extremely cool idea. But I even think at high school, if you can just do a call out and just do everybody slips, I just think it's easier. I don't think you have to make it that complex. I think with your guard play and so forth, if you just had a signal where you were doing consistent slips, you're going to get easy buckets. I don't think you have to go that extravagant. I think if you focus on just setting really good screens, and then once you execute that and then have that call of slipping, it's going to be fine. You don't even have to make it that complex. I think it'd be easier if you just focus on setting a good screen and then, all right, so they're really they're judging our screen this way, so we can totally now slip. So when I make this call, I want to see slips every time. Or,
That's a great idea. So if I see the other team, there's switch on every screen and we're not getting anything out of it.
Yeah, just do the mass thing. It's easier that way. Yeah, I agree. That's a good point.
In 3 or 4 years, if you're continuously running motion, and I came from a high school that's all we ran. I mean, after 6-7 years running a flex into a pure motion, I mean, you can just run a good motion and throw slips and all the time, and people read that. But if this is your first year running a true motion or a true read and react with slipping, you're better off just doing a call. I think if you continually run that system for multiple years, I think you can just have your guys read it. They'll be able to make that read, and they might be able to do that late in the season. But having that call in your back pocket is great. But to say you can't build on it where players make those calls themselves, I think they can totally do it at the high school level.
Gotcha. Oh, that's awesome. That was something that really makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Cool. Hey, thanks, guys. That's all I have for you guys. I appreciate you.
No problem. All right. See ya. Hey, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Make sure you subscribe, like, jump up and down, like I say. Tell your friends. That would be a good thing. Yeah, share this on social media. And then also go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. Have a great day.
There she goes, first solo drive.
Are we ready for this?
Absolutely.
Our AAA agent, what are you doing here?
Well, same as always, helping you protect what matters most. Like when you added her to your auto policy, or when you switched to AAA insurance and saved.
So you've been here the whole time?
Yep, plus we're available 24/7 for claim support, in case you ever need it.
Shouldn't she be home already?
It's been 12 seconds.
Visit AAA.com/insurance to get a quote today.